Hello. This might take a little bit to really get going. Today we're going to be streaming the World Cup Group C. Group C of the World Cup. It's going to be UK, Spain 2, and Switzerland. Remember correctly? Yeah, it's going to be that. Other race that's today is the Group B race, which is Italy, UK 2, and Eastern Europe and the rest of the world. So that race will be happening same time. First, we're going to look at who's playing and how the first race went. For Team Spain, we have J.M. Barney, Carlos Vasquez, Frank Nicoto. This is Team Spain 2. Spain 2 has J.M. Barney, Carlos Vasquez, Frank Nicoto, Nino Farina, and Poyito Sainz Jr. and Fran Milan. UK 1 has Chris Stanley, Mahir Shabani, Joe Smith, Cameron Pollock, Luke Christophers, and Phil Macy. And Switzerland has Slan Williams, Torpedo PT, Dr. Evil, and Gian Palm. Torpedo and Gian ended up joining late today, which is very helpful. Which is helpful for the Swiss team. They only had 2 yesterday, and before the race starts, I think we're gonna look at the points from each of the first races. That's on Discord. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's standing stats. In Group A, Brazil has led with 118 points. Then North America, a team that yours truly, myself, Ethan Munir is on. He's 61. Central America and 4. Bad first race for them. UK2 has 110 points. They're leading that group. Italy 54. Eastern Europe 38. Rest of the world has 30. And in Group C, UK1 he's 99. Spain 2 is 80. Switzerland has got only 2 points. They're going to need a good race if they have any chance to get out of third place. Group D, Germany won, got 99. Portugal won 53. Spain won despite winning the race. They only got 35 points. Because I think the one that won the race was the only one that scored points for that team. I remember that from yesterday's stream. In Group E, France 113, Germany 280 60, Hungary 32, and Portugal 2 with 29. In Group F, Indonesia 132 points, and East Asia with 51. Now back over to qualifying results. Should come out any second now. See if they're out yet. Oh, and they're going to let us in the race. That's nice. On pole position, we have we have Mahir Subani on pole position. The one, the only. And then second place is Carlos Vasquez for Spain 2. Then Philip Macy for UK 1. Then Andres Poyito for Spain 2. Cameron Pollock for UK 1 in 5th. Fran Nicoto for Spain 2 in 6th. And then second to last on the Super Soft for Spain 2 is Nino Farina. Then we got first on the Soft, Slan for Switzerland. Then it is Joe Smith for UK 1 in 9th. And then last on the Super Soft, Fran Milan for Spain 2. Then Chris Stanley from UK 1 on the Softs in 11th place. Luke Christophers in 12th for UK 1. last of the UK guys. And then Spain 2 is Barney JM, 13th, last of the soft runners. And then for some reason, I don't know why, got 3 Switzerland players, being Dr. Evil Mini Me in 14th on the mediums, Maserati Course, Switch for Switzerland on the mediums in 15th, and Torpedo for Switzerland on the mediums in 16th place. Who's gonna win this? I do have no idea who's gonna win this race, to be honest, but we'll see. I'm just gonna say that. I'm gonna go on board with Mahir Shibani. He's on pole position. He did a great job in qualifying. He probably has some good car development going for him. Good for him. I just gotta say. Second place, Carlos Vasquez. Interesting split, with an interesting split there of UK Spain 2, UK Spain 2, UK Spain 2 of the top 6. Third is Philip Macy. Fourth is Andres Pollito. Fifth, Cameron Pollock. Sixth, Fran Nicoto Rude. Seventh, Nido Farina. Eighth, Slan. Ninth, Joe Smith. 10th, Fran Milan. 11th, Chris Stanley. 12th, Luke Christophers. 13th, Barney. 14th, Dr. Evil. 15th, Maserati Course. And 16th, Torpedo. I'm gonna go on looking at the TV camera. Look at all these cars on the grid. Look at them. Just, now going in the aerial view. Like showing this view, seeing all the cars behind the pole sitter. Pole sitter this time is Mahir Shibani, who is known for beating me, so yay. It's not really a yay, actually. Maybe today I'll get him. I don't know. Guys to watch out for, I'd say, are the UK runners on softs. They'll be interesting, like Joe Smith, Chris Stanley, Luke Christophers. Slan will be interesting to watch for the Swiss team, seeing if he can do some stuff to help him get a good result, have any chance of trying to get second or first place tomorrow. I'd say for Spain, what they want to do is they need to keep up with Carlos needs to keep up with Mahir, and especially not let Phil Macy pass, because then it might allow UK to get a little bit of a control of the train. We do not want UK to get control of the train. And for guys towards the back, I'd say try to save some boost. For UK, I'd say saving boost would also be good. It's Abu, so I don't think it's Abu Dhabi, so I don't think a breakaway is possible. And for Slan and the Swiss, I think for the guys on mediums, try to save some boost. And for Slan, I say hold on to the super softs, the bottom super soft starters like Nino, Fran Nicoto. Hold on to them. And for UK guys on softs, I say try to save some boost behind Slan. And Fran Milan will probably end up passing you guys at some point because he's light. And I'd say just let him through. And then, dang, there's still 3 minutes left. What am I going to talk about? I guess I'm going to go for my win prediction. I'm going to go with Mahir P1. I'm going to go Carlos P2. And I'm going to go Joe P3. Looking at the chase cam view for all these guys. Philip Macy probably is one of the more interesting chase cam views as he is in third place. Got the Carlos Vasquez to the side, Mahir right in front of him. Andres Poyito has a pretty good chase cam view as well. As does Swan. Swan, the lead soft runner in 8th place. Needs to try to hold on to dear life to super soft runners, as soft runners in previous races have had not a good time as they are not able to hold on to the super softs. So we still have 1 minute and 35 seconds until lights out. See if there's anything going on. Nothing really. Now with less than a minute left, we'll see how the super. It's going to be interesting to see how the super soft and soft dynamic will work. I think last race for this UK Spain round, there was some problem with the setups. I think it was like a wet to dry race or something. I had no idea because I'm not sure because I was streaming the Group B race with the Italy, UK2, and Eastern Europe and rest of the world teams. 14 seconds. Now we got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's lights out and away we go. Mahir gets off well. Carlos behind. Carlos able to stick into P2. Carlos looking like he's doing a good job sticking around. Philip Macy on the back of him. There's Poyito Spain was able to get up to 4.5. No. Mahir at 0.83 already. Going to form a little bit of a gap. Soft runners sticking on well. Joe is now top 3 for the UK in terms of the soft runners, with Joe Smith 9, Luke Christopher's 10, Chris Stanley 11. And now they're struggling to keep up. It is now a 0.95 gap. Mahir Subani continuing to try to get a break on Carlos Vasquez. We come in and Carlos is only 0.64. It's actually Phil Macy who's struggling to keep up. He's at 0.9 away from Carlos. As Andres Poyito sits behind. Well, here's looking like he's not going to be able to get a over 1 second gap before we head into lap 3 and boost and DRS are activated. Interesting is, will Phil Macy be able to be at a second? He's at 0.99 right now. He might have to boost to get up to Mahir and Carlos. Joe Smith at 0.98 on the soft compound tires will be interesting to watch as well. I'm going to go head into lap 3. Still 0.99. They're going to go on board with Phil Macy as he tries to stay in the DRS terrain. Here he goes through one of the tighter sections. And Carlos tries to drop unable to do so. Just Carlos going with an aggressive play early. Carlos does take the lead, Phil into P2. As both Carlos and Phil have used a little bit of boost, Carlos to try to drop Phil. And I think they just dropped, instead, that just dropped his own teammate, Frank Mikado Root, and Andres Poyito. So, not ideal for Team Spain. Now we do have Joe Smith struggling to keep up at 1.64 now. I'm going to go on board this time with Frank Mikado Root. He's using a little bit of boost. Actually, using a lot of boost. What happened? Mahir gets dropped. That is not good news for Team UK. As now it is a Spain 2-3-4. All three Spaniards looking with Phil Macy in front. They're licking their chops, trying to get an overtake. Fran Milan is struggling to keep up, as it looks like Joe Smith is trying to, and as is Joe Smith, he's trying to stick around, but it's tough. Actually, Fran Milan is slow. I'm going to go on board once again with Frank Nikoto Rude, as he's once again struggling to keep up. So now we do have Carlos Vasquez back into the lead for Team Spain. Joe Smith looking to get an overtake on Fran Milan, and he's able to do so. Joe Smith up at the P8 on the soft leading the soft runners. We do have the top six there in a land of their own right now. Fran is able to re-overtake Joe Smith there to get back up into P8. Carlos Vasquez is again trying to hold on, trying to. Philip Macy once returns into the lead. Fran Nakarud goes up into second place, as there is a connection problem. Got Fran Nakarud going into the grass after the connection comes back. Interesting to watch. You do have Joe Smith once again overtaking Fran Milan. Smith is getting a little low on boost for his liking. So that's putting him in position where he might be vulnerable to Slan and Barney. I remember Barney from he was like in some sort of he was at a creepy kids show back in the day, and now he's an IGP player. So things changed. As we do now have a Spain top two, Carlos Vasquez leading with Fran Nakata Ruud, leading off Carlos Vasquez. The three Swiss players who started on mediums are struggling right now. 14, 15, and 16. They are out all by themselves. Seems like the bad cars are hurting these at least Maserati and Torpedo, as they joined a little bit late, and I do not know what happened to Dr. Evil. He's just struggling. Do have El Maho. Here we go. Carlos Vasquez returns to the lead. Can Philip Macy also overtake? No, he cannot. The Spain top two continues. Great news for Spain too. Second team of Spain is giving the UK's top team a little bit some of a challenge in this group stage. Do have another Spaniard trying to get some overtakes. Slan looks like he's in the best position of the soft runners. He is chasing down Joe Smith right now. So we do have Barney. He is able to overtake the slow super soft runners of Nino Farina and Fran Milan. We do also see, as we just see, Luke overtake Nino. Slan is now up in the P7, putting in some more for Team Switzerland. As his teammates are struggling, he is trying his hardest to get something done in this race. As we do have some early pit stops, the Spaniards are Ricardo Ruud, Andres Pollito, and Carlos Vasquez. Hitting on lap 9, which is earlier than the UK runners. Ricardo Ruud comes out of P11. There he goes, going through the tunnel section of the pit stop. And he's coming out in a perfect position, able to get, looks like he's going to be able to get some DRS off Dr. Evil. And yet, as he does, he's going to go up into P11. So it looks like the transition for the UK worked out perfectly. Mahir used enough boost, catching Phil Macy. Cameron sticking around on the train as well. Is this their inlet, though? It is. We'll see how the overcut works out for Team UK. All onto the soft compounded tires. Mahir Subhani in P8 of this Grand Prix. Going through the tunnel section. Comes out ahead of Andres Pollito, but behind Carlos and Vasquez, Dr. Evil, and Frank Ricardo Ruud, so not really in the rotation, especially with this medium runner in there. Now looking at the soft train, it seems like things are going well for him. Fran Milan and Nino Farina dropping off. We do have Luke Christophers, Barney, and Slan are probably in the best position of the soft train. Though we'll see how long they are going. Do have Fran and Nino heading into the pits this time. Slan Williams in the lead of this Grand Prix is about to lose it to Barney. Barney, the purple dinosaur thing, taking the lead of this Grand Prix. He won the first race as well, and he's in the lead of this one. Doing a solid job after starting the last of the soft compound tire runners. We do have Andres Pollito getting up into P9, because Spain has full control of the super soft train. Really good news for Spain too. They are running a very good race so far, and it's looking like they're a decent amount lighter than Mahir is. Mahir is struggling to keep up. Spain, as we just watched Slan drop Joe. Interesting move from Slan Williams, retaking the lead and dropping Joe Smith at the same time. You have Mahir also getting dropped. Bad news for Team UK. It's going well for Team. It's looking very good for Spain too, though. We do have Slan and Barney heading into the pits on the transition of lap 13 and lap 14. Getting a little bit lighter than the UK runners. Slan onto softs, Barney onto mediums. Seeing how Slan gets out. Slan in P11. Trying to boost up to get to Mahir. Mahir's trying to drop. Unable to do so, but Barney's dropped. Good news for Slan. He is the only soft runner getting up to the train of super soft starters. Great news for Slan Williams in P11 of this Grand Prix. Still, we do have the 3 UK runners headed into the pits. 3 players who started on the soft compounds of tires. Joe Smith Chris Stanley, Philip Macy, and Joe Smith. Coming out with Barney right behind. All on the other side of the soft compound tires. They're all gonna get DRS off of Barney. You have another drop. I think it was Cameron getting dropped that time. Phil Macy made his way up into P3. Good news for Phil. The UK is not running their best race right now. And it's looking like Spain too might be able to take advantage as they have the top three of Fran Ruud, Carlos Vasquez, and Andres Poyito. Here's not even trying for DRS now. They'll let Cameron and Slan pass him. Here's the soft train. UK's starting to head on top of that. And we do have Fran Milan and Nino Farina hanging on to the back of it. Carlos Vasquez currently leading off the Grand Prix. Is Cameron going to go for it? Yes, he does. Huge stuff. Slan is a drop. Cameron holds on. Good news for the UK, getting Slan out of there. If Mahir can get back into the train with Slan not in the train, that would be nice for the UK. But I don't know if it's necessary. Gonna go on board with Slan, see how this lap goes. Slan's looking like he's struggling to keep up. Is Mahir not gonna boost? Why? Okay. Weird. Do have Phil. It looks like it's a boost advantage. It's like it's only Carlos who has the boost advantage over UK runners. Andres and Fran Ruud, similar boost to Cameron and Phil. It looks like the Spanish runners are faster as they are lighter. Good drop from Fran Ruud. Gets Cameron out of there. And Phil Macy now in the P4. The team Spain is doing a good job trying to get Carlos Vasquez the win. As we go on, we're gonna go on board with Phil Macy here. Andres Poyito heads into the pits. Trying to see what Phil does. Phil doesn't even. Phil looks like he's fine, just chilling. He does not want to fall into the trap, getting dropped by Fran Ruud. Here we go. It looks like it's going to be a Spanish. The Spanish are heading into the pits. Looks like UK might be trying a three stop, with the Spaniards trying a four. That might be what's happening. But we will see. It's now a UK top three with Cameron, Phil, and Mahir. So we do have want to see where Fran Nakata, Rude, and Carlos Vasquez. They're in a train of their own with Andres Pollito in P13. Slan Williams has done a good job breaking away from the soft runners and getting into a train with Mahir. So, gotta give props to him. See how the race goes for him. After Mahir inevitably pits before him. Be interesting to watch. We're gonna go. Looks like Stanley's about to get passed by a bunch of players, including Luke, Barney, and Nino passing. Nino Farina might be. I think is gonna be trying a three stop. As probably Fran Milan. Fran is like really low on boost. I think he was another one who has a bad car heading into this. As he missed, I think he missed the first race. I'm gonna go on board with Barney the Dinosaur. Here he is, P6 on the Grand Prix. Gets the DRS. Should be Saucer. I think might be starting to die, so that's why he's able to do his thing, keep up pretty easily with some soft runners. I think Phil and Cameron Mahir group might be going to 24. We do have Nino heading on the pits at lap 23. Interestingly, so we'll see where this goes. Onto we set up the medium tires. He definitely is trying a three stop. Looks like he's going to be out on his own. This is the lap where Cameron, Phil, and Mahir pit. Or is this something different? Here it is. All three of them heading in the pits, and now Slan Williams comes out of P1. He will be in a train all by himself, though. Cameron Pollock, we're gonna see where he comes up. Live with him, see if he's in a train with the three Spaniards. Comes out not too far behind him. Is he gonna try for the DRS? It looks like he's gonna let. Looks like he's gonna let Phil and Mahir get into this instead. Not dealing with these light Spaniards. Now we're gonna go on board of Chris Stanley as he tries. No, not the map. I'm gonna go on board of Chris Stanley as he tries to keep up with Barney the Dinosaur. Barney is probably one of the faster men on track right now. He's going with as he's on the medium tires, doing something different, trying something different. Chris is able to stay with him, though. Is Luke? Yep, Luke is able to stay as well. As is Joe. We do have our we do have a lapped car in here. 16th place Torpedo. It looks like 15th might get lapped as well before the end of this race. Because we do have Slan Williams heading into the pits now, going on the 3-stop strategy. When will his medium stint be? That's a question. It looks like he might be trying a short medium stint to end off. So you do have to use 2 compounds in this league. Slan Williams comes out in P10 ahead of Philip Macy. Philip boosts past him pretty much almost immediately. Will Slan be able to pass Cameron though? Yes he does. Slan up into P10. Gonna go into Barney. Barney's now over a second advantage as he goes into the pits. He's gonna go onto it. He set up the soft compound tires. So the UK runners do go into the pits as well. UK runners going onto the medium. Gonna go 2 sets of mediums go on for all four of Barney, Luke, Joe, and Chris. Interesting moves for all of them. Barney's not that far behind, but he's gonna stay. Luke sticks onto the DRS, stays in P8. Slan Williams is now at the front, at the head of a train with him and Phil Macy, Mahir Subani, and Cameron Pollock. He is also the heaviest of this train, but I do not think he has the boost to have a chance of beating these players. There's a 4.2 second advantage that Cameron has over Luke, which is something to watch out for this race for the battle between the guys who started on soft and the guys who started on super softs that are both 3-stopping in this Grand Prix. Slan is overtaken by 2 runners. Slan's keeping up just fine, I'd say. Do have a 6.5 second advantage for the Andres Pollito, Carlos Vasquez, and Fernando Rude over Phil Macy. Come on here, keep up with Phil. Will he be able to? We'll see. Yeah, it's fine. Do have a triple overtake over Barney. There with Chris, Luke, and Joe. All overtaking Barney there. Andres Pollito heads into the pits now. Early pit stop. He's for the 4-stopper. Coming out with Fran Milan and Nino Farina. He's going to be ahead of that group. But they are going to be helping each other. 11, 12, and 13. As pretty soon we'll see Fernando Rude and Carlos Vasquez head out in that same group. Ricardo Rude onto a set of softs, as is Carlos Vasquez. They're all continuing their four-stop strategy, which I don't think has really much of a chance against the three, but we'll see. Looks like Carlos and Fernacotto are gonna be in too good of a spot to. Ooh, it looks like Carlos might be able to be in a spot to where he can put pressure on these guys who started on the soft compound tires and are now in the mediums. There's 4.5 second gap. Interesting. 6.2 now between Slan and Chris. So we do see Maserati course getting lapped right in front of our eyes. Really bad race for him. It's like this group is like we're sticking with each other pretty easily. Carlos is the gap staying around 4.4 seconds for this friend between the Francato, Carlos, Andres Pollito, and Nino Farina group, and the group of some other guys who started on softs with Joe, Barney, with some guys Chris, Luke. Those are guys who started on softs, and these are some four stoppers with Nino, who started on super softs and is three stopping. All of Spain too. These four. Barney, despite being in the other train, is also Spain too. So if they want to make a move, Barney will let them. Though I don't think they want to make a move at right this second. They're going to try to get an overcut first and then make their move in the last stint. It looks like what Carlos wants to do. Looks like this top four is set though. The top four of Cameron, Mahir, Phil, and Slan. Though it won't be in this order. It'll be something different, I think. Might be this order if there's some boost shenanigans. Now this race is being very quiet. We do have Nino Farina and Carlos Vasquez starting to catch. They're at 3.7 now to the three stoppers who have started on the soft compound tires with Chris, Luke, Joe, and Barney. Nino has good pace on his medium tires currently, as does Carlos on the four-stop strategy, which is helping him slowly catch. Will there be a lapper? There is going to be a lapper DRS too, which is going to help him as well. Makes the gap. We're going to wait for it. 3.53, only a 0.1 advantage. The lapper gave him. Not good. Thought it would be a little bit more. I think Slan needs to start trying to make a move now. Like Mahir, Cameron, Phil, their tires are starting to die a little bit. He's going to have a little bit of trouble keeping up later on, as he's going to have to go on the medium tires and they can stay on the sauces. As Slan does have to follow the two compound tire rule. Was Slan going to try an overtake on Phil here? Go on board of Slan Williams. Side by side with Phil. Looks like he's bounced back a little bit. Trying to get an overtake. Unable to do so. Phil using a little bit of boost. I don't know why he used boost there, but he did. I can't explain why Philip Macy decided to use boost there. As we have just saw, we missed that Carlos Vasquez and Francisco Rude have boosted up to this group of players who started on soft. As we do see the top four also heading into the pits. Let's watch that. Slant on the mediums. The three UK runners onto the softs. Nino Farina and Fran Milan also in the pits. Here's Chobani comes out in P8. No man's land. Phil, able to keep up. Just fine. Probably why he used boost actually, so he didn't have to later. So when are we going to see people pit of this group? Carlos Vasquez is having a little bit of trouble keeping up with the soft group, though he is able to do it without boosting. He's not as fast as him though. You can tell as the gap is staying at around 0.7. Francisco and Andres Poyito are both low on boost. As we watch this race, Barney JM is going to be the guy in front, so Carlos won't have to worry about getting dropped. As I'm assuming his own teammate would not try to drop him. That would be a stupid decision for the team. Barney stays out. The three UK runners go into the pits. And watch Chris Stanley. See as he does, as we do see Slan dropped off. It's bad news for Team Switzerland. Slan was not able to keep up on his mediums. This looked like Chris was able to catch Slan, really. Slan dropped again, as we see. It's really low on boost. Now we have a P1. We have Carlos Vasquez. No one heads into the pits there. 42. They're going to try to go onto the super soft tires to end. They're going to try to go on the super soft tires to end this, I assume. Carlos Vasquez leading this race. Still has a pit stop to go. Phil is the leader of those who is the net leader currently. Though he does have less boost than his two teammates, Cameron and Mahir. Slan doesn't even try get the train. Looks like he's going to be caught by Joe Smith, Chris Stanley, Luke Christopher's that train. Go Francisco up and back into the lead for Team Spain. We do have all three of them headed into the pits. Are they going to go into a set of super softs? Are they going to stick onto a set of sauce? See, sauce for all but Andres Poyito deciding to risk it onto the super sauce. He might try to play a role of that fast dude who tries to help. Do have Carlos coming in the middle of the train. Francisco at the front of the train, interestingly enough. Frenicato now falls to 7th. We do, as Joe Smith is able to catch, as the soft starters have been able to catch the lost soft star who tried to stick with the super soft runners in Slan. But he was not able to stick with them on his medium tire still. Like it is going to be a UK 1-2-3, and it might be a UK top 6. They do have the most boosts from guys of this train. The Barney and Carlos, I think, will be guys to worry about for the bottom 3 UK runners. Carlos is overtaken by Luke Christophers there as we watch. Slan is overtaken by Joe and Chris. We go on board with Luke, seeing as he tries to move forward through this train. MP7 is overtaken by Frenicato Rude. Carlos Vasquez. Carlos is making a boost play. Carlos up into P6, trying to get into the rotation. It's not. I don't think he has enough. I don't think he has the boost to do anything though. That's his problem. Carlos also unable to overtake Joe there. Currently a UK top 5. Going very well for the Brits. We pretty much know the top 3 of it. That will be Cameron, Mahir, and Phil in some order. Now it's going to be up to the UK to try to get 4, 5, and 6. They have Barney and Carlos as threats currently, as I don't think Slan, Frenicato, and Andres really have boosts to do anything other than hold Luke up. Lucas is currently in P9. Barney is trying to get an overtake. He's at 1.14 behind. Joe, I think, has got P4 on lock. Gonna go on board with Luke Christophers. He is trying to get a P6 to secure a full top 6 for the team. UK would be the first to do so of any team in this World Cup. There was full top 6s in last year's World Cup. That had 10 players. I don't think there was ever a full top 10 if I remember correctly. Italy might have done it though. Continue to watch Luke Christophers hunting down for Frenicato Rude. Gonna be able to pass him there. Here he goes. He does get by Frenicato Rude. Great news for Luke. Is he gonna stick onto this DRS from Slan? Yes, he will. Carlos Vasquez is top of the soft group now in terms of pure time, but I don't know if he has enough boost. Stick with Luke Christophers. Will the UK get in the top 6, or will one of the Spaniards be able to stop them? Right now, it's looking like UK might get a full top 6. So we do see Luke Christophers hunting down Slan. Is he going to be able to overtake him here? Yes, he will. He does use a little bit of boost. Here he goes. Set into the final lap. It looks like it's probably going to be Cameron winning this race. Here we go. Renacato trying to play blocker. It's now lap 50 of 50. Joe Smith is trying to make a play. He's trying to get up into the top four group. Now we have making Carlos in the back. I think Luke's making a little bit of a play going now. Here comes Chris and Luke. Now it's just 5-6 for the UK. Chris and Luke boosting as it looks like it's going to be Cameron winning this race, followed by Mahir. Will Phil get P3 actually? Going to be Cameron Mahir. And it is going to be a full UK top 6. Cameron, Mahir, Phil, Joe, Luke, Chris, and then Spain 2, Barney, Spain 2, Carlos, Spain 2, Fran, Nicato, Rude, then Slan for Switzerland, P10, Andres Poyito, P11, Nino Farina, P12, Spain, Fran Milan. Looks like he's going to head into P13. Mini Me. Looks like he's going to head into P14, Dr. Evil, and then Switzerland Maserati Court, and then Switzerland Torpedo. So we look through the points runners. It was UK, Cameron Pollock for the UK, then Mahir for the UK, then we got Phil Macy for the UK, Joe Smith for the UK in P4, Luke Christophers for the UK in P5, Chris Stanley for UK in P6, Barney for Spain in P7, Carlos for Spain in P8, Ricardo for Spain in P9, Slam for Switzerland P10, Andres Poyito for Spain in P11, Nino Farina for P12 for Spain in P12. That is the points finishers for today's Grand Prix. I'm going to go through it one more time, then we're going to look at what happened in Group B today. Before ending the stream. Here we go. Abu Dhabi results. Cameron Pollock, P1 for UK. Mahir Shabani, P2 for UK. Philip Macy, P3 for UK. Joe Smith, P4 for UK. Luke Christophers, P5 for UK. Chris Stanley, P6 for UK. Barney, for P7 for Spain. Carlos Vasquez, P8 for Spain. Fernando Road, P9 for Spain. Slan, P10 for Switzerland. Andres Poyito, P11 for Spain. And Nino Farina, P12 for Spain. Now those are the points runners for today. And then let's go look at the Group World Cup B. That race might still be going on. I don't know. Race is over. It was in Russia. Really good race for Italy, it looks like. Matteo, P1. Then Sesko, P2 for Italy. Marco Mallorca, P3 for Italy. Michael Craig, P4 for UK2. Lorenzo, P5 for Italy. C Junior, wish and win tomorrow. I think that Evo Spinato, P6 for Italy. Pavel Sadukov, P7 for rest of the world. Then Frank, P8 for Italy. And then Harry Davids, P9 for UK2. Reese, P10 for UK2. Archie, P11 for UK2. Emil, P12 for Eastern Europe. Krzyzek, P13 for Eastern Europe. Kasper Szczyk, P14 for Eastern Europe. And Z4, P15 for Eastern Europe. That is the point scores for that race. Thank you guys for watching today's coverage of the World Cup. And tomorrow I won't be streaming, so it's going to be Friday the next stream probably. Which I'll probably be streaming Group B as looks like the more contested group. See